Hey y'all, it's your girl Simone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give your girl a thumbs up, comment down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone. I don't know why I'm out of breath saying that, but you guys, this is part 2 to the flued out horror stories, the story that I said that I was gonna give y'all part 2 on Monday. But y'all, I gotta be real with y'all. Telling this story and going back to that time is triggering as hell, because remember, like I told y'all, I didn't tell nobody exactly everything. Well, I kind of told one person and y'all gonna see that in the story, but like I never really told anybody or really kind of talked about it. So it's like it was something I kind of just pushed out of my head and was like, you know what, let's just forget about this time, because it was kind of triggering. But y'all already know that's another reason why I'm giving y'all part 2 so fast, because y'all know I would take forever with the part 2s, and I don't do it on purpose, I'm sorry, but I was just like, this is a triggering story and I just really want to get it out the way and get it over with, and I have to talk about it ever again. So yeah, but I seen that it spreads awareness, and what made me tell this story, I'm sorry if I'm rambling, but what made me tell this story is because I've been just seeing so much stuff like on Twitter. Like I be on Twitter a lot lately now. But anyway, I've been seeing so much stuff like of people being brave and telling their stories, and it just helps so many people. And okay, let me tell the story. I'm sorry. All right. So y'all already know I had came home from Vegas or whatever. When I came home, y'all, before I came home, on that way home, I blocked him on Instagram, blocked his number, and I was just like, you know what? I'm going to put this behind me and I'm not going to talk about it, because I was so embarrassed, because I was just like, dang, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Like, why am I trying to just find love and just somebody so damn bad? Like, I was just young and dumb, you know, but so I was just really embarrassed, honestly, because I don't know, it was just sad. But anyway, so I blocked him or whatever, right? So I'm thinking like I'm gonna go on with my regular life and just try to move forward. But it was messing with me. I'm not even gonna lie, it was messing with me, and my mood was just down. So usually after school, I'm with my homegirls and stuff, and they could just tell the difference in me, because I'll get him a ride home, but I'll be like, I'm cool, like I'm gonna just go home, I gotta work, I gotta do homework. Like if I didn't have to go to work, I would be with them. But y'all, at this point, I'm just like, I'm gonna just go to school, go to work, go home. I don't really want to deal with nobody. So it was probably like 2-3 days that went by. You know, I blocked him, so of course I didn't hear from him. So 2 to 3 days, I forgot if it was 2 or 3, whatever, I get a call from somebody. It's a 702 number. I believe that's Vegas area code, 702, right? So I get a call from a Vegas area code. So I was like, my heart just like, because I'm like, I know, because remember I told y'all my sister Tatiana lived in Vegas, but it's not her. I have her number stored and stuff. So I'm like, who is this calling me? So I didn't answer the phone, because I'm like, nah. Usually I'm the type of person, which is sad, I would give in to situations when I shouldn't. But at that one I didn't, just because it really was something that affected me, and it was like really affecting a lot, because it was so much stuff. Like I said, that I didn't really give too much in the details, but a lot of people, of course, in the comments was able to read between the lines. But so I'm like, I'm not answering the phone. The number keep calling. Why I didn't block the number, I don't know. So next thing you know, after the number done called me like probably 5-6 times, the number texts me, and it was like, answer the phone. So I'm like, who is this? Like, you know, I text back, I'm like, who is this? Which I kind of shouldn't have, but it was good I did. Y'all see why. So I text back, I'm like, who is this? So the person texts back and was like, Alicia, you don't know me, but I have something to tell you. So at this point, I'm like, who is Alicia? But come to my mind, thinking, I'm like, it has to be that girl that I seen at the hotel or whatever, right? It has to be her. And y'all, oh, before I had blocked old boy too, I went and I did my research, y'all. So the girl that was at the hotel, like I started going through tag photos, I started going through comments, through likes. I did my research, and I had seen that the girl that ended up meeting up at the hotel was the girl that he said was his ex-girlfriend with a son, right? Y'all, right? So I'm gonna get to why I did this. So I realized that was her at the room, right? So I'm thinking that this must be her name. Of course, she didn't have her name on Instagram or anything like that, so I don't know if that was her name, but I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. So I'm like, oh, this gotta be her. But she's like, I have something to tell you. So it's not like she hitting me up, asking me questions or nothing like that. She's saying she got something to tell me. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what do you have to tell me? Mind you, I'm texting back, I'm not about to call you. So I'm like, what do you have to tell me? She was just like, it's very important. It's something that you really gonna want to know. So call me. At this point, y'all, when we having this conversation, texting back and forth, she ended up calling me, but when she called me, I was at school, so I didn't answer the phone. So I'm like, I'll call you back in a minute, like, but what is it about? She was like, I don't want to say too much over text. but it's very important. You're gonna want to know what's going on. So at this point, I'm thinking like, you can't be trying to call me and tell me your boy got shot or something, because bitch, I don't give a fuck. Not like that, but like that. But I'm thinking like, what is it that she can't tell me over the text message? So now my mind is just wondering, but it's like not wondering too crazy at this point, right? So then she ended up trying to call me again, but at this point it's after school. I'm giving my friends a ride. I'm not about to answer the phone because I don't know what the hell this girl's finna say, and I'm not about to. They don't even know what happened. Like, you know, they don't know nothing. And they didn't even know that I had went out there to meet up with somebody, because I told them I was going out there to go with my friend Tasha. Like, I didn't tell too many people of what was really going on. So I didn't answer the phone. So I'm like, give me a second. Like, you know, I'm gonna call you right back. So she was like, it's very important. And she was just like, I have a question. Did you sleep with Jason? So I'm like, what? At this point, I was like, hold on. My heart is like beating fast. So I'm dropping them off. They talking too much. I'm just like, yeah, like talking to them like, all right, bye y'all. And they like, girl, no, but let me tell you. And I'm just like texting, because I'm thinking like, now y'all need to get out the car, because I need to know what this girl's talking about. Like, why are you asking me that? But like, I didn't reply because I was sitting there stuck like, what am I about to say? Like what does she have to tell me? So I didn't reply. I'm taking forever to reply. She tried to call me again. I didn't answer the phone. They still in the car talking. I'm just like, bro, they hurry the fuck up. But I'm not trying to be mean, because at this point, I don't know. I just wanted to cry, even though I don't know what the hell this girl's talking about. So she was all like, if you did, then you're really going to want to know what I have to tell you. Y'all, at this point, I told them, I was like, can y'all get out? I have to go. Like, I have to go. My voice is like cracky at this point. So they like, Symone, like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on with you? I'm like, nothing. Like, I just don't feel good. Like, I just got to go home. Like, I got to lay down. I just don't feel good. But I'm starting to have an anxiety attack, y'all. I start having an anxiety attack. So they're like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? I'm like, y'all just go. Like, just get out the car. Like, I got to go home. So thank God they didn't live far from me. So I'm driving. I had to pull over, y'all, because I start having an anxiety attack. I try to call this girl back. She's not answering the phone. I'm like, call me, like texting her back, like, call me, like, what do you have to tell me? Call me. So she's like, you got to give me a minute. I'm at work right now, but I'll call you later. It's important, so make sure you answer the phone. Y'all, I'm like, just text me, just tell me what's going on. I really was pulled over when they have an anxiety attack. I could not breathe. Tears is coming down my eyes, because I'm thinking like, if you ask me if I, you know, did something with this person, and you telling me it's very important what you have to tell me, you're not about to be telling me you pregnant or something, because why would that be important to me? Like, first thing that came to my mind is, you about to tell me this got something. And I was like, oh my God. But then I'm thinking back, I'm like, no, we use protection. But I'm like, but he was asking to take it off. What if he was took it off? Oh my God, did he? Like, I'm just stressed the fuck out, y'all. I'm stressed. I literally sat on this random ass street for like 30 minutes to an hour. I sat there just crying, couldn't breathe. I'm trying to calm myself down, like, Symone, stop crying, like, just stop. And then finally I was like, you know what, like, I'm not waiting, because I'm blowing her up. Like, I don't give a fuck. You had just so much time to call me. It literally, before she called me and I didn't answer, and then she had text that, it was not even that far apart. So how you can't answer the phone now? You've been trying to call me all day. So I've been blowing her phone up. So now I was like, let me stop blowing her up. I start kind of thinking like, Symone, you know what you need to do by now. So I called my doctor. I called Kaiser. I'm like, I need to make an appointment, like, for you know, screening or whatever. Like, I want to, you know, get tested. So they was like, okay, have you been exposed? So I'm like, I don't know. Like, you know, I'm like, I don't know. I just want to come. Like, I just want to go. So they're like, okay, we're going to send a message to your doctor and call back. At this point, I'm crying on the phone with them. I'm like, can I just come in now? Like, is it a way I could come in now? I'm like, because if it takes too long, the office is going to be closed by the time she called back. They're like, ma'am, just calm down. Like, we'll call you back. They're like, well, if it'll be different, like, if you said you have been exposed. But I'm like, I don't know. So it's like, okay, well, if you have been, then you could come in now. But like, if you haven't, you gotta wait for her to call back. So I'm just like, I'm just breathing heavy. They're like, ma'am, she's gonna give you a call back. We'll let her know that it's urgent. Y'all, I'm just so sick. Like, I'm sick as hell at this point. So then my phone is ringing. It's not the girl though. It's Toxic. So I answer the phone and I'm just like, hello, like, I'm crying, y'all. And at this point, like I said, me and her, we didn't fall off completely at this point, but we had a relationship. It was just like, I don't know, but we did kind of tell each other a lot. Not everything, but a lot. So I felt like, okay, this is the only person, like, right now, I just feel, I can't tell nobody. Like, I was so embarrassed and stuff, and now I'm scared because I don't know what the hell this girl's going to tell me. So I'm like, okay, I got to talk to somebody. So I'm like, I can talk to her. So I'm on the phone with her. She's like, what's going on? So I just told her, like, okay, remember when I said, because she knew Tasha. I'm like, remember I said I was going to Tasha's house? Because she was talking shit when I said I was going to Tasha's house. I was going to say her name. Toxic was the type of friend that did not like me to have other friends. Even if it was friends we all knew together. It would be like, why are you being weird? But she was talking shit like, why are you going out there? Da 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 da. I should come with you. And I was just like, girl, no, you don't even like Tasha like that. Because of course I wasn't going to her house. So I was just like, no, da 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 da. Like all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm like crying. I just told her like everything. Like I went there and this happened. So she was just like, oh my God, come get me right now. I could take you to this place that she goes to. She was like, yeah, I could take you there. She's like, and nobody would know what's going on. Y'all, at this point, I've never went through this at all, so I'm not knowing what to do. Like I knew to call the doctor, of course, because who else would I call? Tyrone? Like who else? Not to be making a joke, but y'all know I have to do that. So I have to laugh from crying. But no, but I'm like, who else? You know, I knew to call, but I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, I got this this place that her cousin put her on to, that she goes to go like get tested and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, because before then, y'all, I was dating Joe, and he was the only person that I was with. But it was like, even though he was with other people, but we didn't have any like issues like that. Like, so it was like I would go to my doctor just like, you know, the regular every, 3 to 6 months, 3 months, whatever. Like I would go, but it wasn't like I had to ever call like on some urgent shit like, okay, I gotta come in. So I told her, she like, come get me. So I go to her house, I pick her up or whatever. We start driving. I forgot where we went. We was way down Imperial though. We're very fucking far. So we driving, and she was like, yeah, it's right here. We could go in, like, you know, we could just go in or whatever. And she was like, don't give them your real name. Don't give them your ID. Just give them a fake name. She was like, but at this point, I don't give a take me anywhere. We gotta go. So we park. We go inside of there. Y'all, the place was just so sketchy looking to me. Like, y'all, like, no offense or nothing like that, but it's like I said, I go to Kaiser, so it's totally different when you go to like a random place. Like I've been to Planned Parenthood before, but like the one on Broadway, that one was dirty. But anyway, anyway. But like this place just, I don't know, y'all. I was stressed. Like I don't know, my mind is like, I could watch a commercial about somebody saying like, oh, this old man got dementia, give him this medicine. And for some reason, I'll start getting real sweaty and be like, bitch, I got dementia. I don't remember shit. Who the fuck am I? Like, I don't know. My body is just weird as hell. It's been like this for so long. At one point, y'all, I used to go to the emergency room twice a month. Like, they used to be tired of me. But now that I pay for my insurance out of pocket, I don't do shit like that no more. You know, I'll just Google shit and cry at home. But it just looked real sketchy in there. So we first walk up and they was like, okay, yeah, I'm like, gave them a fake name. I told them I don't have ID. They like, okay, whatever. Y'all sit down and wait. So y'all, we sitting down, and she was like, yeah, because she had to go anyway too. So she was like, whatever, like perfect. So we sitting down, we waiting. They end up calling her to the back. She goes to the back. They like, yeah, like your friend could wait out here or whatever. So she goes to the back and she go do everything that she needed to do. Y'all, she came back out, but when she came back out, before she came back out, it was somebody that came out before her, and they was just like complaining to the receptionist like, yeah, they hurt me when they was drawing my blood. She didn't know what she was doing, all this other stuff. I'm about to be bruised. So y'all, I hate needles, so I'm just like, oh my god, they're going to draw my blood. I'm scared as hell. Like, fuck, they're going to draw my blood. Now I'm sweating even more. I'm sweating. Y'all don't want me to even tell y'all what the hell is going through my mind of what this girl. So I'm still texting the girl like, hello, can you call me now? Can you call me now? She like, hold on, I'm gonna call you. Just give me a second. Da da da. I'm like, bitch, this is pissing me off because I don't know what the fuck is going on. So y'all, right when Toxic came out and they called me, and they was like, okay, we're gonna do a PAPS or whatever. They called me to come to the back. My phone started ringing and it's Kaiser calling back. Y'all, I'm like, oh my god. So then I'm like, hold on real quick, hold on. So I answered and I'm talking to them, and it was like, okay, yeah, you could come to the office, like they'll put the test in or whatever like that. And do you mind seeing your doctor or somebody else? Like, would you like us to you know, to do a swab and all this other stuff like that? So I'm like, yeah, I want y'all to do all that. Like, I want y'all to do everything. So she was like, okay, you could come in. She's like, can you make it here in 30 minutes? Because the office was about to close. She's like, if you can make it here in 30 minutes. And y'all, I was going to the one in Harbor City. So I'm like, ain't no way. So she was like, if not, you could come in tomorrow. So I was just like, okay, thank you, I'm gonna come tomorrow. So I'm like, it's cool, Toxic, I'm gonna just go to my doctor tomorrow. I'm gonna go to my doctor tomorrow. So she's like, why don't you still just come? Like, you're already here, just do it. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, you're right, let me just do it, I'm already here. So I had ended up just doing like the P test. I told him I didn't want to do the blood draw because I'm like, I don't like needles, and I'm about to get my blood draw tomorrow again at my doctor. So I'm like, I'm about to do all that. So we there or whatever. And she was like, yeah, you want to just get medicine? And I'm like, for what though? Like, I don't know. Like, they was telling us like, yeah, the results, they're going to give us a call back in a week. A fucking week, bitch. A week? I was like, I can't wait a week. I'm telling them like, I can't wait a week. They were just like, well, that's how long the results take, a week. And I'm like, what the hell? Because y'all, because Kaiser is not sponsoring this video. But again, like with Kaiser, it'd be back in like the next day or like midnight. Like, if you go that day, you might get an email at 3 in the morning with everything. Like, you know, I don't know. It just be back fast as hell. So I was like, a week? Oh my God. Like, I can't. But then I thought about it like, bro, you're going tomorrow too. So it doesn't matter. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then they was asking me, janky ass clinic, girl. They asked me like, well, do you want us to just give you medicine for something? Like, what do you think it is? Y'all just gonna give me medicine for something? So what if I tell y'all, hey, give me medicine for everything? Y'all gonna do that? So I was just like, no, it's fine. Because I was like not into just putting medicine in my body like that. Because especially if I don't know, I'm about to just take some random ass shit. Like, that don't make no sense. So I'm like, all right. So we leave out, we go in the parking lot. Before we could drive off, y'all, I just started crying, just breaking down crying. So Toxic is like, girl, don't cry, it's gonna be okay. Like, don't cry, everything's gonna be all right. You'll get your results back in a week and you'll know for sure, whatever, we could come back up here. She's like, you just gotta pay for your own medicine or whatever like that, but it's not gonna be that much. So I was just like crying. I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm so dumb. Like, why would I do this? And she just started crying with me. Like, y'all, we was crying together. So excuse me, we was crying together. So then after that, she was like, you want me to come to your house with you? So I'm like, nah, it's cool. Like, I really want to go home by myself. I want to just go to sleep and just, you know, be to myself. So I ended up dropping her off at home and I went home, right? So next thing you know, like I said, I'm still texting this girl all day. The girl ain't never can call me back. This point, it's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm laying there trying to go to sleep because I'm already had in my head that I was dying. So I'm just like, stressed the fuck out. So next thing you know, my phone started ringing and it's the girl. My hands getting sweaty so I could barely answer the phone. I answer the phone, I'm trying not to cry too much because, yeah. So I'm like, hello? Like, you know, like sounding all like, you could hear it in my voice. So she's like, hello? Like, who is this? Bitch, you called me. And I'm just like, Symone, like, is this Alicia? And she was just like, yeah, this is me. She was just like, yeah, I just had to let you know something. It's very important. If you... Why do I keep wanting to say his name? If you know, JC on, she was like, I just want to let you know something is very important. And I was like, okay. And she was like, yeah, you just really would want to know this information. And me as a woman, I just feel like I'm going to let you know. And I'm just thinking like, get to the fucking point, bitch. So she just like, I'm just still listening on the other end. I didn't say that though. So she's like, yeah, as woman to woman, I would never just not tell anybody this because he wasn't going to say anything. I told him to let you know. She was like, because, I was told that you was gonna be at the hotel room. And I was just like, wait, what? She was like, yeah, I was told that he was looking for other girls and that you was gonna be at the hotel room. She was like, but he told me that he didn't like what you had to offer. So I'm sitting on the other end like, what are you talking about? So she was like, what do you mean? Like, what am I talking about? She was like, you already know, like, what you came out there for. And I was like, I came out there to, like, kick it with him. Like, you know, she was like, oh, no, baby. Like, no, baby. She was like, he told me, like, she was like, you know, like, we trying to get a house. Like, we need a winning team. He told me you was just trying to join the team. Y'all. So I'm sitting here like, what? And he said basically what he told her was that, so, okay, this is what I found out too. The ninja was a P. So he told her that I'm trying to not say certain words because YouTube can, what's it called? My first video. They didn't demonetize it, but they age restricted it. So anyway, he was basically saying like, come to find out, that's when I found out that he actually was a P and that I guess he wanted me coming out there. He made it seem like he was testing the product type thing with me. Like, so... Y'all, my heart is, I'm even more sad because I'm like, bro, if my mom did not come, for one, this is why you didn't let me know where you lived at, I guess, because you didn't want me to be able to track it back to nobody. So, and we was, remember, only getting a room for one night. He said we'd go back to his room. So, what was you going to do? Was you going to, like, take my phone and, like, force me? My bad for my voice, y'all, but Was you gonna like, what? I was just so scared, because now I'm thinking like, thank God my mom came out there, because what was his plans? For one, you didn't want me to come to your house. So what did you think that you was gonna do to me that night at the hotel? Like, was you on some, I can't think of it, trafficking type thing? Like, did you think that you was gonna get me there and like nobody knew where I was gonna be at, and you, like, I had no way to tell nobody where I was at? Like, was you gonna, like, what, because when was this gonna come up? Like, I don't know, like, he never mentioned nothing like this. So I was just like, what the fuck? And she was just like, yeah, something, she was just talking. She was like, you sound like a square. And you know, like, that girls be, yeah, anyway. So she's like, you sound like a square, like, you don't sound like you into that. So I was like, I didn't know. Now I'm crying, but I'm not trying to cry on the phone with this girl, but I can't even help it. So I'm like, yeah, I didn't know that that's what he was, like, you know, and all this other stuff. So she was just like, no offense, but what did you think? Like, y'all haven't even been talking that long. Y'all, I start feeling even more stupid, because I'm thinking like, I know, y'all, I know, but it's like, I don't know, like, I just didn't expect somebody to just try to sneak pee me, like, yeah, I don't know, I wasn't expecting that. So I was just, she just telling me. So I was just like, what did you, now I'm thinking like, okay, girl, I'm ready to cry off the phone with you. Like, I'm ready to get off the phone with you and cry. So I start thinking again. I'm like, so wait, what did you have to tell me? Like, what did you have to tell me? And she was just like, oh yeah. After she broke down everything to me and told me that, y'all, come to find out, remember when she said that, she was telling me everything. Remember when I told you, because she was like something, she was all like, what did she say that how she told me? But basically, that son of hers was his son too. That was not his play son, stepson, girlfriend son. That was his actual kid. And they lived in Vegas too. They did not live out here. Remember I told y'all how he made it seem like she lived out here? No, they lived in Vegas. They all lived together. So, but the baby did not live in Vegas. So I guess he was right about that. Shoot, the baby lived somewhere else while they stack up. That's what she was basically saying. I don't know why she was telling me all this. But anyway, so she was just like, what did she say? So I'm like, yeah, so what did you have to tell me? So she was like, oh yeah, like, I'm sorry about that. Like, I got distracted. So she was just like, yeah, I just want to let you know, because as a woman, she was just like, I don't know, but he has a, as y'all know, blank D. So y'all, at this point, I was in the bed like, that fucking anxiety attack came back. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, which one? Either way it go, like, I was still going tomorrow. So it really, well, it did matter. But still, I guess, yeah, it did matter, because then I could tell them, like, but then I'm like, hold on, no, like, we use protection. But still, I'm thinking, like, to myself, like, he kept saying weird shit. Like, so I don't know. Like, I really don't know, because, like I said, I didn't get too much into detail, but it was just a moment where, you know, where you kind of just wishing for something to be over. So you're not, but anyway. So I'm just like, which one? And she was just like, she was all like, he got the medicine for it, but he didn't never take it. Like, I seen him still at the house. So yeah, you might want to go get, so she was like, yeah, you might want to go get blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, y'all, at this point, I'm melting. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? She was like, yeah, yeah, he didn't take the medicine, blah, blah, blah. I guess that's how she knew. Like, she was like, she seen the medicine was still at the house or whatever like that. So I'm just like, what the fuck? And she was just like, yeah, yeah, so you might want to go, baby girl. Like, this life ain't for you. Maybe you should think about that before you just start coming out to see random ninjas and all this other stuff. And I was just like, y'all, I couldn't breathe. And she just kept, it's like she could feel the more she was saying, it's like my breathing was getting worse. So it's like she just kept going. At this point, I just hung up the phone, because I was like, I can't take this anymore. I couldn't take it. So I was like, what the y'all, I was stressed out. I couldn't sleep, even though I knew I was going, and they told me to just come in and like check in at the lab or whatever. I was like, I'm not going to school tomorrow. I was supposed to go to school. I'm like, I'm not going to school tomorrow. I'm going early as hell, because I was gonna go after school, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to school. I'm going early as hell. I need to figure some shit out, right? So yeah, so anyway, so I ended up going the next morning, and yeah, so now they was like, okay, we're gonna send you a what's it called? It was like, if you got kp.org, we'll send you an email, and then you could go and see your lab results or whatever like that. They was like, we'll let you know whether or not, like, if it's negative or positive, whatever, like we'll let you know in the whatever, like, you know, just in case you need it for like a new partner or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but yeah, they just letting me know like, yeah, you could go check it on the app after, we'll send you an email, all this other stuff, boom. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still just stressed out. I don't know why I didn't tell them that somebody told me that they possibly exposed me to that. I don't know. I just didn't tell them that. Like, I don't know if it slipped my mind or what, because I was just stressed out, y'all. I was stressed. So, because I'm just thinking, like, if you had, it was the C, y'all. So, I'm just thinking, like, if you have that, like, it's just no telling what else could be going on with you. Like, you know, I was just stressed, y'all. So, anyway, I don't know why, but after the conversation with the girl, like even after when she first hit me up early that day, I had unblocked him off Instagram. I don't know why, because a part of me wanted to cuss him the fuck out. Like, so I forgot that I unblocked this man. He must have noticed that he wasn't blocked, but he didn't notice that same day, obviously. He noticed like the next day or something. He ended up hitting me up and he was just like, why I haven't heard from you? Y'all, when I'm just thinking like, it ain't no way that you hitting me up saying this, because for one, if you should know that your girl, your hoe, your whatever done hit me up, because how else would she have got my number, and how else would she have known to tell me this or whatever, right? So I'm just thinking like, what the fuck? So I cussed him. I like hit him up and I was just like, why the fuck would you do this to me? Like da. So many girls that's just like, around that time it was so many girls with like PGO in a bio, I mean HGO in a bio and shit like that. You could have found anybody, but you chose me. Like, you chose somebody that you knew was not even like that. Like, so what was your fucking point? Like, I was so mad. I was so sad. And I don't know why. Like, this is me now. I realize getting closure from somebody is no point. It's no point of trying to get closure from a situation, because only thing you're going to do is hurt yourself, because 9 times out of 10, that person doesn't give a fuck to apologize. That person don't care about what they did to you. So the best closure you could get is to not get that closure from them, or trying to get an apology out of somebody. I don't know, like, best time it just be to just chuck up that L and walk away, because God is gonna show them their karma for sure. So I was sitting there and I was just like, I was going in, y'all. I was going in on him, like, and y'all, you know what he gonna tell me? Because I told him like about like what she said to me, and he was like something. He was all like, I told her not to say nothing to you and da. He was all like, she the one who gave me that shit from a trick and all this other shit like that. Basically stuff I don't give a fuck about. So then he would just start ending up hitting me up, and he was all like, you over here crying over niggas thinking that I was gonna be somebody different. I could be different. You need to get some money instead of worrying about, you know, because like I said, this is another thing too. Taught me, that situation taught me, you don't never vent to the next person about the next person, because they don't give a fuck, like, at all. They really do not care. And that might kind of throw somebody off, because they'll probably be like, girl, why you talking about your ex with me? But they don't care. If you ever meet somebody new and you feel like, oh, I want to tell you about how the last person did me dirty, don't even waste your time, because they probably gonna be like, well, I'm gonna do you dirtier. Or they just don't give a fuck. Honestly, they don't. So he's like really throwing everything up in my face that I done said to him, and he was just like, you're lost, and you lost in the sauce, all type of shit to me. Like, he just saying all this shit. Like, he was a whole different person, y'all. And he just writing all this stuff to me, y'all. And this was before DM. So y'all, we having this conversation under one of my old pictures. So I keep deleting the comments after he say what he say. I delete the comments. Like, after I say what I say, he say what he say, I delete the comments, because y'all, I wasn't finna unblock this man's number. But I'm just like, y'all, because that's embarrassing. Like, I'm saying, like, nobody's checking to go down my page, y'all. So don't go try my page trying to find this, because y'all ain't gonna never find this. The picture ain't even there no more. But we having this conversation. So y'all, so he's just going in on me. He's saying all this stuff to me, and y'all, I was just like hurt. I was so hurt, because I felt so dumb. Like, why did I think that somebody would actually give a fuck about me? Like, not saying somebody would give a fuck about me, because of course, you know, everybody's not a fucked up person, but why would I think that this person would care? Like, you really just tried to get in my head and all this stuff. You seen that all I wanted was somebody to love, even though I was looking for it in the dumbest places. But it's like, you was finna play on that, and he's really just still was trying to tell me like, if you want to come back, like, bitch, what? If I come back, I'm coming with people and they gonna, yeah. But I was just like, y'all, at that point when he really was just basically, now he started really pimp lingoing me. I don't remember exactly word from word what he said, because like I said, I pushed it out of my head. But he was basically saying like, I need to come back out there, stop being a square, get some money, all this other shit. His bitch could teach me a few things, all this stuff he was just saying, right? So after that, I just deleted the picture. I blocked him again. Like, I blocked him, y'all, because I was just like, I'm cool. And I'm already still stressed out because I'm like, what the fuck? So y'all, I didn't go to school the next day neither, y'all, because when I went to school, I used to take a whole, I didn't like do Monday, Thursday. I used to take the whole week. Only days off I had was Friday and the weekends, of course. So I didn't go to school. I even called out of work because I was like, I'm not going to work. Y'all, I was like, I'm not going to work till I get these results, because I can't go to work like this. Even though I wasn't having no symptoms or nothing like that, but I was still just like, nope, I'm not going nowhere. I don't want to be around nobody. So y'all, when I seen that 800 number calling it Kaiser Permanente popped up, I told y'all, I didn't even want to answer the phone. I wanted to go to voicemail, but I'm like, dang, they're not going to leave that on my voicemail. So I'm going to have to call back anyway. So you might as well answer. Y'all, end up answering the phone. I'm like, hello? I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking anxiety attack again. They was just like, okay, is this Miss Smith? You know, I have to verify information, And they was like, okay, good news. All your results came back negative. And I'm like, y'all, I wanted to cry so bad because I was just so happy. I'm like, oh my God, now I could really just put this situation behind me. Thank God that everything came back negative. Like, thank God. Like, because I'm like, y'all, even if they was telling me like all this stuff, like, you know, it could take some time for it to, like, I guess kick in, you know, whatever. They was like, so I'm telling them, like, can I come back and since you said it takes some time for it to kick in, I'm like, everything that I'm like stressed about happened over the weekend. So I'm like, can I come back in like 2 weeks or whatever and do it again, please? So they're like, yeah, you could, like, if you feel like you want to, because right now, because they saying basically I could be a false negative. So I ended up going back in the 2 weeks too, and everything was still fine. Like, thank God for that, because I was stressed. I was like, wait, why would you say that to me? Like, now I'm even stressed. So I wasn't too stressed going into those 2 weeks, but like after I went back again, but I was like, I'm still for sure about to go back again, because I'm like, nope. Like, I want to be sure. I'm not about to be one of those people, because man, when I say with so many people I knew back then that was not checking on their body, and that was just insane to me, because I don't know why people be afraid to know what's going on with them, when it's like, wouldn't you rather know and get help instead of not knowing and just ignoring it and like messing up your body? But anyway, I know it's like a scary thing, but it's like, you should want to know and help yourself, because you could really fuck your body up in the end just trying to pretend and act like and ignore shit like that. That's not cool. But anyway, so yeah, thank God everything was negative, y'all. Like I said, I blocked him. I blocked her number or whatever, because I'm like, even though she didn't try to hit me up again, but I'm just like, I don't want to talk to neither one of y'all. So yeah, y'all, after that, I blocked him, and I didn't see this man ever again on Instagram, because like I said he was from LA. Come to find out, that was a lie. He was never from LA. And I don't know where he was from. I think he was from out of state somewhere, or maybe he was from Vegas, who knows. He wasn't from LA though. So yeah, like, I don't know. I'd never seen him. I blocked him. I never seen his Instagram, nothing like that. We didn't have no mutual friends. Like I told y'all, like, we didn't know no mutual people. So I had never seen him again. Like, later in life, I want to say, like, when, oh, I was finna say his name. Oh, I'm thinking I'm talking to my sister. I was gonna say later in life when I was dating. Yeah, later in life when I was dating, what the fuck, crazy. He ended up like coming on Instagram, and I guess he had a new Instagram page, and he liked up a whole bunch of pictures. And y'all, when I clicked and seen who it was, I blocked it, because even though like I wasn't going, he didn't follow me or nothing like that, he just came and liked up a whole bunch of pictures. I just didn't want to be reminded of that. And clearly after you like a whole bunch of pictures, you're probably gonna try to DM me next. I didn't want to be reminded of that at all. Like, so I just blocked him. Like, I was like, nah, I ain't going down that road. Well, I wouldn't have went down that road, because of course we wouldn't have nothing to talk about, but I just didn't want to be reminded of it, you know, if that makes sense. If he tried to hit me up, even though he probably wouldn't have talked about that, because, you know, people like to do you dirty and then act like it never happened or forget and stuff like that, or be trying to think like it's cool. But yeah, I just didn't want to see that, because like I said, it was something I pushed out of my head. And then it's like, at this time, I'm going through some hell with the person I'm with. I just didn't want more on my plate of what was already going on. Like, I just didn't want to be reminded of something that I tried to push out of my mind and act like never, not act like never happened, but kind of, because it's like I learned from that situation. So after that, I blocked him. Like I said, I never seen him again ever since then. Never seen him again. Don't know how he's doing. Don't care to know how he's doing. I've been to Vegas plenty of times. Never ran into him. I don't know how I would feel if I was to ever like be out somewhere. Like if I was to ever go to Vegas and be out somewhere and probably like run into him in person. I don't know how I would feel. Like maybe the inner 18-year-old in me would come out and feel like, why did you try to take advantage of me? And maybe like, y'all seen the Scream movie? Yeah, but no, you know, you gotta let go and let God, because you can't take, yeah, anyway, sometimes you just can't, what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah, that's it for this story, you guys. Like I said, I just want to tell my story to spread awareness. I do have, like I said, a lot of things. I was just so young, and I felt like I blamed myself, and that's one thing we have to stop doing as victims. And I'm not gonna just say women, because men are victims too to a lot of things. We got to stop as victims, stop victim shaming, stop shaming ourselves. It's not our fault that people are sick in this world. Like, it's really not your fault. No matter what you do, no matter how you live your life, no matter what, like, it's not your fault that somebody is a sick individual. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to me and check out some of my other story times, because I got some good videos. If you like vlogs and stuff, I post that too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. I wouldn't be here or feel comfortable to even do this without you guys and all the positive comments that y'all leave me and everything that y'all show me love. Like, I wouldn't be here to do it if it wasn't for y'all. So I want to thank you guys so much for helping me, because y'all say I help y'all, but y'all really help me overcome so much stuff and just be a stronger person, because I just feel like I'm not the only one, because y'all make me feel so comfortable. And I love you guys so much. Y'all, let's do it. All right, bye you guys.